Hello, my name is Kendra Brown, and I'm delighted to serve as the president of the Upsilon Epsilon Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We are so delighted to share our USSS Walking Club's March Madness. That's the Unstoppable Steppers for Supreme Service March Madness Tournament. Please register by March the 4th of 2022. Teams are assigned during the bracket selection weekend and will compete throughout the month of March. Know that there will be weekly walking challenges for bragging rights and for health and wellness, and there will be one champion that will be crowned on April the 5th. This is aligned with our Target 2 of our international program, Exemplifying Excellence Through Sustainable Service. Target 2 is focused on health and overall wellness, and so we invite you to join with us. You don't want to miss it again as we host our March Madness event this year. Join in with us.
Hello, and welcome to 2022's March Madness Tournament brought to you by USSS Walking Club. Here is our tournament at a glance. This is your kickoff information session recording. Our registration will begin March 2nd and will close on March the 4th. In that session, you will be able to find out about your team assignment and the challenges. Teams will be picked March 5th. Our weekly challenges will go for 4 weeks from March the 7th through April the 3rd. And at the very end, on April 5th, we will crown our champions of the tournament. Now I'll hand it over to TT.
Thank you, Toya. So as stated earlier, the registration starts March the 2nd and it ends March 4th. So the first thing you'll want to do is download the app. If you don't already have Runkeeper, this is what it looks like. So you'll download the app. Then once you download the app, you'll then create your profile. After you create your profile, you will look for USSS Walking Club in the search bar. It will bring up our profile. In the icon, it will say UEO Fire, will be pink and green, and that's how you know that you're at the right place. So you click send a friend request. We will accept your friend request. After we accept your friend request, you can now see our feed. On our feed, we will have a post that says USSS March Madness sign up. Under that post, you will click an icon like a comment button, and you'll comment, hey, please sign me up, or just anything letting us know that you want to sign up for the challenge. Next slide, please. So after you download the app, you send a friend request, you comment on the feed and let us know that you're interested. Now you go back to your own personal settings, and under personal settings, there's something called activity settings. You want to make sure that you set the type to running and that you keep your tracking mode in GPS. Next slide, please. Then you have app services and devices. So if you have an Apple Watch, a Fitbit, or anything that you want to connect to help also keep track of your miles and in your activity, you would then do that as well. Next slide, please. Then the most important thing is your privacy settings. You want to make sure that your activities are shown to at least friends, but preferably everyone. This will allow us to see what you're doing every day and allow us to keep track of your activity for the challenge. Next slide. So earlier I talked about when you added us as a friend, you would see a feed. So here is a picture of that feed, and this is what it will look like, except for it will probably say March Madness sign up. And at the bottom left, you see this bubble icon, and that's what you will click to press sign me up. Next slide, please. And here's another image of what it will look like. At the bottom, you see where it says write a comment, and you will just write a comment. And here when you put the comment, the feed that you sign up under is the feed that we'll use to communicate. It's the feed that you'll get. You'll know what challenge. You can talk to your teammates. We'll communicate with you on there as well. Next slide, please. And I'm going to pass it to Denisha.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about how we're going to set up the teams. We're using the random team generator. Once you register, we'll have everyone's names and we'll put them into the random team generator. Once we do this on March 5th, we will show you how we're going to select our teams. We will actually post a video on our USSS Walking Facebook page showing how the teams are selected. We'll then place those team members on our USSS Walking Facebook group and in Runkeeper. Once you get your team assignments, we're asking that you friend your teammates in Runkeeper. The goal is for you all to encourage each other and actually keep up with each other's miles, steps, and minutes throughout the month.
And here are your actual weekly challenges. Week 1 will be between March the 6th and March the 12th. And this is where you will track the most miles. Your teammates will put in all of your miles that you walk or run. Week 2 is from March the 13th through the 19th, and that is the best average miles per team. Week 3 is March 20th through March 26th, and that is the best average time per mile. And then the final week is week 4, which is March the 27th through April the 2nd. And that is where you and your teammates will each track your daily steps. We want to encourage you to do your 8K steps or your 3.1 miles each day for that week. And then by the end, the winning team who completes all weekly challenges and the week 4 challenge, or the team that comes the closest, will be crowned the champions of the tournament. And I will pass it to Kia.
So we are very excited to have everyone participate again this year in our March Madness tournament. A few reminders before we get started next week. One thing that we want everyone to realize is that as the challenge goes on, each week the challenges get a little bit more difficult. We want to, again, start off a little easy. We're starting off with week 1 so that our participants are looking at the most miles that week. And then again, as I said, each week the challenge will get a little more difficult. As you progress or as you embark on the tournament, also keep in mind that we are looking at a timed event or a timed activity. We're not looking at your total steps for the day. So each week as you go about doing the challenge, get on the treadmill, or if you go for a walk or you go for a run outside, we're looking at that specific timed event. So again, challenge starts on March 6th. March 6th, you're going to go get on that treadmill and do, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. That's what we're looking at tracking for that specific time event. We're not looking at your total steps per day. So again, thank you for joining in on the challenge. We look forward to everyone's participation. We're excited. This was a big hit last year, so we're going to do it again. And again, thanks for joining us. So good luck to all the teams, and let's get started with week 1. Yay!